Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all as we find out whether Dragon Ball Xenoverse, one or the other, is worth your time. The short answer is... yeah. The long answer, the rest of this video. Let me just give a quick definition. If you like fighting games, you will think this game is good. If you like fighting games and Dragon Ball, then you're gonna freaking love this game. So, where to even begin? Well, it's the latest in a long line of Dragon Ball-based brawlers, and this time around there's a lot of cool stuff going on. The story is very thin on the ground, but then again, the story is always very thin on the ground, and actually they've done quite a reasonable job with it this time. Basically, the premise of why you're fighting and why all the matchups are happening is... time is altering, and I realize that always elicits a massive, really? This is happening because time is changing. It's just not very impactful in this day and age. However, it works functionally because time changing, I'm probably going to be doing that a lot, so just deal with it, is a very good way to have any potential matchup of characters, good or bad, to fight. And it is a way that allows you to play your own character instead of as someone else through a okay-ish story mode. So basically, you get summoned as a chosen time guardian. What you have to do is go into the past and prevent key battles from the series, such as most recently, I interrupted the fight between Goku, Piccolo, and Raditz, and basically time had changed so that Raditz beat them, whereas I arrived on the scene, beat down Raditz, and put everybody back on track. And that's really the premise in a nutshell. So because of that, you are able to make your own character. We'll cut that out. We will cut that out. So, Trunks here is who recruited you. You have to show him that you're strong enough, and then you arrive here in the sort of time central where you conduct all of the game from. It's basically like a menu that you can walk around, and I'm always a big fan of them. They make me happy. I feel a little bit more involved, and while it can be kind of annoying to have to run instead of just press down to go from online battle to offline battle, it does add a bit more substance to the game. So as I said, you've been recruited as a time guardian, and you can be a human, a Saiyan, this race that's like a boo people, which I was like, you know what, why the hell not? I'm gonna be a female pink blob woman, because I don't know why I specified that the woman was female there. I guess it just was required. You can be the same race as Frieza, or you can be a Namekian, and basically the male and female of each race have different stats and strengths, and obviously the different races have different stats and strengths. You can change your outfits via playing the game and unlocking stuff, and you can change your colors in the same way. You can change your hairstyles, your height. To say it's a Dragon Ball Z brawler, the customization, while not in depth, is fairly okay. Krillin here is my first master, and while it really it hurts me in the pride to say that I am Krillin's apprentice, what happens is, as you play through the story, you're going to get key Dragon Ball characters appearing. If you prove to them that you are strong enough, i.e. beat them down, they will take you under their wing and teach you special attacks. And where do you put those special attacks? Well, you can customize your character fairly well. Don't worry, we'll get onto the combat, which I'm sure you're wanting to see soon, but I think it's best to establish the context in the hub world, and then we can just fight things for the rest of the video. So, these are your super attacks, your ultimate attacks, and your evasive skill. I don't even have a second ultimate attack yet, but basically you both learn attacks. I learnt the Orin combo from Krillin, or you can buy attacks from the shop as you make them available as you earn money as you play through the game, and you can customize your loadout. I've chosen a character that's more suited towards energy blast than actual close range combat. You also get skill points as you level up. I'm going to put more in my key blast supers because I really want them to be ridiculously good. So there we go. It's very simple and it's just effective and gives you a real sense of progression. So parallel quests and actual battles. They are the two main things you're going to be doing. Parallel quests basically is go to area A, the mountains, have an explore, find some items, maybe find fight some dudes, go to Area B, the Wasteland, fight some dudes, explore some items, you know the drill, repeat, repeat, repeat. You completed the sort of parallel quest, you come back, you get your spoils, you get your XP, you get your rewards, depending on how well you did. It's basically a exploration quest that goes on a few separate stages that you can get a lot of loot from, whereas battles are simply that, pure battles, normally progressing the story, whereas these, of course, will be against other people online. Talking of fighting other people online, while I've not really dabbled enough to give a fully formed opinion on it, what I will say is that it's incredibly fun. The combat, and really we're going to get to the combat as that is the meat of things, is oh, haha, incredible! So the mixing shop lets you combine items, the item shop obviously lets you buy items such as a boost to your key or a health potion. We got Piccolo over here who I imagine will let me... So, you know what, this is a good way to show... Ah, damn, that's annoying. So yeah, basically, Piccolo might kill me in his training. Accessories give you little boosts. We got the clothing shot, which is obviously changing how you look. The skill shot is where you buy the special attacks that I showed you. We got the items for the health potions and the like. And basically, it's very self-evident. It doesn't need a lot of explaining. It's just a means to an end in the hub world. So this is the main area where things actually go down. We have tournament play over there, which seems pretty cool, but again, I've not dabbled enough to give a fully formed opinion on it. I'm mainly going to be talking about if you were to play this game as a single player person and occasionally battle people online. So we're going to go now to the main time area and actually have a fight, because obviously that's kind of important when we're talking about this. The graphics, by the way, are all just serviceable. They're not wonderful, but the shell-shaded style is really nice. It suits Dragon Ball, it suits representing the anime in a good 3D space, and I'm totally content with it. You don't feel like it's holding you back at all. So Trunks is basically you go to him to continue the story, and at each time patrol you do unlocks a new thing. So here we have what looks like Gohan. Krillin is, I mean, obviously Krillin's defeated. Krillin spends most of his time defeated. Piccolo is down. Everybody is down. And we have these guys. If an enemy is glowing with sort of black stuff, basically it means they've been affected by the time-altering energy that has changed the path of a battle. And basically we're trying to prevent Goku from losing all of the battles he actually won. So right now, he's having a little bit of fun here. He's about to go ape. Oh! This is one of the complaints I do have, for what it's worth. The actual story cutscenes, they're okay, but there's a big part of me that wants to laugh at them all. And I don't know if that's just me, but it seems to happen. The lip syncing, the voice acting and stuff, I don't know what it is. It's just a little bit too, like, bad acting for me. But I also get it, because it's, you know, it's Dragon Ball. We're not here to watch the story, we're here to fight.
History is changing. I would really appreciate your help.
Well, Trunks, don't worry, I can do this. I don't have a voice, but I'm a blob lady. So now we hold the time scroll that makes time change, and we go into this zone, and we're going to arrive, and we're going to intercept, and we're going to kick some ass. And this is basically the structure for all the story progression in the game. So they are having some fun trying to stave off these guys. I actually forget what they are, but there we have Vegeta, and we have Nappa. So now we've arrived, having crossed into the time stream, as you can see, and we're like, sup, everybody? And everyone just kind of accepts that we're here to help and on their side. So now we're going to start having a real brawl. There are various types of missions, from beat one Major Strong Guy to this, which is fight loads of guys. Basically, it's all good. It's just killing things, and it's wonderful. Environments, as you can see, get really messed up, and the really cool thing about this particular instance of the game is the actual combat space is very movable round, which is a, you know, not a great sentence. And what I mean by that is that if I want to, I can just slowly float all the way to the ground, and now I am grounded, whereas I can also go really high, start really getting my fly on, and move around the zone really well. Obviously, it's relative to who you're locked in on, but it does work really nicely, and you do feel like you have a very good command of the 3D space around you to properly use your combat. So if I finish this guy off with simple melee, it will defeat him, and there goes the first of the enemies. So in terms of the controls then, in terms of it being a PC port, in terms of using it with an actual mouse and keyboard, good news everyone, it's actually very competent. It really is. I was very surprised. I thought I would be putting in a controller and using it, but no, the keyboard controls are absolutely wonderful. That was my ultimate attack currently that requires me to have a full bar of charging energy, which I am currently going for. What we're going to do is use Krillin's Oran combo here. You can also at any point just spam Energy Blast for the sake of it, which I just did, and come on, here we go. The Oran combo's a little bit difficult, but there it is, and then you smash them down, and everything is good, and then you can unleash some of your other moves as well. But everything is just very flowy, very smooth, very back and forth, and honestly, there's no real complaints I can make it. There's never a point where I'm like, bullshit. There's never a point where I'm like, oh, the camera screwed me over. Everything works really lovely, and you genuinely feel ridiculously powerful, and that is a really good thing. And a lot of people, to be fair, may prefer actually playing as an actual character, but I really like that you're basically who you want to be in this instead of being forced into choosing an existing character. So the premise does really let you do that, and that's a really good thing. So now that I've knocked him down, and then there we go, that'll do quite the number on him. So obviously I don't want to be melee fighting that much because I'm not really structured towards it, but what you can do is out of a dash like this and do a really powerful kick, which is actually very effective. So I imagine once we've killed the required amount of these guys, we're going to have to fight with Nappa and Vegeta, which will be interesting, I would say. Let's see if I can't charge up to my level 3. I'm just going to take these Ki Blasts. I'm not too bothered. And then come on, here we go. There it is. This should do a fair amount of damage, probably kill him, and there it is. Lovely. Now, what I will say is I suck at this game so far. There is a lot of nuances, a lot of combos to learn, a lot of detail on how to properly fight, and I am really bad at it as it currently stands. I absolutely am. It is ridiculous how much I have to learn. So please don't judge me as a metric of skill or anything, but even in my noob-ass state, I am still having a load of fun, and that is a wonderful thing. It's very easy to get into, but very difficult to master, which is exactly what you need in a fighting game like this, especially a Dragon Ball Z one. You know how I'm gonna pull this off, I really don't. The game is honestly a little bit brutal. It starts off ridiculously easy, and then gets ridiculously tough almost after a coin flip, and that is a little bit jarring, and it is one of the complaints I have about it. Though what I do love about this race is, as you can see, you can very easily do something a little bit cheesy. Okay, oh no, god damn it, I got finally casually just kicked in the side, and down I go. Everything flows really well, how you would expect it to. It is all good, and there's just not much complaint. For what this game is, it is really good. That's all you have to know if you were thinking about getting this or not. And that is a really good thing. What I will say, and the biggest negative I have about it, is that the tutorial is, at least for me, it is terrible, the tutorial. Like, it is complicated, it takes ages to get into, it feels like forever until you can actually start playing the game, and it's not a well-designed tutorial. But that's the only major frustration and complaint that I have had so far, and I am reasonably early into the game, but I've been playing for a fair few hours, and there's nothing really that's given me a horrible impression. But yeah, the main thing I do want to stress is that the online is absolutely awesome. Fighting other real people with this combat system, as you can probably see, is great fun, and challenging your friends to a game of Dragon Ball Xenoverse rounds is just a really satisfying prospect. It is really, really good. Okay, we're doing a lot better now, which makes me very, very happy. And I'm just going to use normal ones to finish him off. There we go. And basically, you want to get into the habit of using any break in combat you get to simply charge up. That way you are ready to go when you get an opportunity to launch everything. I don't know, it just really does feel like the actual series fighting, and like you are experiencing what it would be like to fight like they do in the show, and that is a really, really wonderful thing. It honestly is. So that did a fair amount of damage over there. Boom! That was a satisfying KO. No, don't hit me in the back. Come on, here we go. Here we go.
Let's see how well they do.
And I do have full, so I am going to go for my E. In fact, no, let's just get out of here a little bit with my super jump back. If we get back in, basically you have two choices of recovering your ki, which you use for your special attacks, actually damaging things, or sitting there and charging it. And as you can see, mostly melee comboing is very good, because you don't often get a very good break in combat to actually properly sit there and charge, because obviously your opponent's not going to let you do that, especially in multiplayer as well. So let's see if I can't use his knockback to really do a lot of damage, and there we go.
They might prove to be fun, just like I thought.
No.
Only a little more.
Yep, only a little more yourself, Trunks. This is a very difficult situation. Why aren't you getting your Super Saiyan ass over here and helping me out? God damn you. Boom. The Orion combo there, proving very effective on him. So we're going to take off again. Basically, fighting on the ground never seems to be too viable, which I feel like is a little bit of a shame, because good old-fashioned just ground combat is just really nice. A lot of the time, you kind of get a little bit nostalgia for it. Come on, please die, please die, please die. Please let this actually kill him. No, it barely hit him. That's why I hate this super attack. It has a habit of just doing practically nothing, but at the same time it can basically one-shot people, so it's interesting. So I've reached my quota that I had to kill there, and we have cleared the 20 of them, so you get ranked. Great success! And we actually got a B. That is better. So now we've leveled up, which makes us level 5, meaning I can now be the apprentice of Piccolo and have a 1v1 with him. There it is. The one I'm going to assume is now we have to fight Nappa, which, yeah, he is also got the glowy, shadowy stuff, meaning that he has been infected as well. Okay, boom. But yeah, absolutely am loving the combat. Honestly, the best thing I find is that you just need to go for it when you are facing these people, because if you just give them a moment to actually focus, you tend to find yourself getting killed. Now, you can block and stuff. I've not really found myself needing to do that. I say not needing to do that. It probably would have saved me a lot of heartache if I actually had learned how to block. But we basically battered him. As you can see, 1v1 tends to be easier than 1 versus many, but I mean, that's for obvious reasons. Oh no, Gohan! Piccolo saving you! Ironically, your legs are still open, and that's basically the size of Gohan, but it worked! And now we have a bit more Nappa fun to go through, and now he's in a much more powerful state, which is a little bit worrying. Okay. You normally want to use ki attacks when you've knocked people back, so they can't just casually dodge them, though fortunately my big one that I keep using, this one here, does track a little bit, which makes it a lot more reliable than a lot of the ones that are in the game, so I very much am enjoying it. But yeah, my 1v1 skills tend to be a lot better than my 1v many skills. As you can see, it's very easy to really keep on people Oh god, oh no, that is ironic right there. There it is. And we knocked him back, and we're actually getting the full combo off for the most part. He did fall out of range a little bit, and a big part of the strategy is choosing when to unleash your big super moves, because especially if you're in a 2v2 combat situation, if you're there spamming your moves into people, the teammate's opponent can just come and hit you for free, because you basically CC'd yourself, which is obviously not too ideal. So there we go, we've pushed him to the next stage of the fight, and basically these story level fights is how the story progresses, and they are very satisfying. I imagine Goku has just arrived on the scene like he likes to do.
Just stay back. I'll
Here
take
he
it from
is.
here. They're okay. Come on, let's go.
Dad?
Ooh.
Nappa is having trouble. I will deal with Kakarot.
And so begins the next round. Though Nappa is even powerful now, but also at the same time...
Don't tell me you've
Oh no, he just fully healed. That's,
beating us or
Why is he allowed to fully heal? Who gave him permission? Because I don't remember contacting the developers around this. So now that he's on the ground, I should be able to get a fair amount of these beams to actually hit him. So that worked out nicely, as it turned out. I love this when you can block each other in midair with it. So
Hurry up and beat him!
I am hoping him. I'll have you know I'm a strong, independent blob lady that don't need no gender signal. I don't really know where I'm going with this. This is a little bit difficult. I will actually admit I was not expecting it to suddenly get this ridiculously difficult. I am going to have to really play this very, very carefully. That didn't even hit, which is obviously a problem. No, move, no! Oh god, no, I'm gonna die! Oh, damn it! And this really happens a lot. The game is... It's not the easiest when you get to this stage.
Come on, shape up.
Oh, I am very, very upset. And it does take a few times to get through the things. You do have to sharpen your skills, and it really does make you learn everything. And honestly, it is difficult. But either way, you have seen enough of the combat to know what's really going on with this. Or at least I would hope you have. Trunks, I hate you and I just don't want to deal with you anymore. So I'm just going to leave now. And basically that's how the game progresses. You just go through these time missions. You deal with important things that happened through the story of Dragon Ball Z, etc. And you get better at the game. Your character gets stronger. You fight people online. It really is all good. It's all there. It's the best Dragon Ball fighting game in a while, and I don't really have much to complain about that is, you know, an actual tangible complaint. The tutorial is it's just bad, and it makes you think the game's going to be a lot easier than it is, and then you get smacked around like I do. And the steep difficulty curve is quite ridiculous, actually. It really, really is. That's the only thing, but then there's the other part of me that's just like, get better, scrub. And I'm like, yeah, I should just get better. I am a scrub. Like, what the hell? So now we can choose to be Piccolo's apprentice instead of being Krillin's, because I've got to level 5, though this tends to be very difficult. Like, this seems to be really difficult. I have to really go for this. That is not a good thing to start with. I've not even been able to land a hit. There it is. So we have oh my god, this is okay. Piccolo is a challenge. Piccolo, surprisingly, is a challenge. I am on half health, and I've barely touched the dude. Okay, well, that worked. Okay, when in doubt, just spam your key. Alright, when in doubt, just spam your key. Honestly, it seems to work. And boom. Okay, that kind of seemed to work there. Oh, no, that did not work at all. He's going to follow that up with something horrific, I imagine. I really don't want to get special beamed. I feel like getting special beamed would suck. Alright, we managed to make contact. And the thing is, with my character, I really do just need to play very cat and mousey in how I combat the particularly difficult opponents, and obviously it takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of the finickiness of it. Oh no, that is just basically me gone. Oh, I only have to get him to half health, but it's oh no, just please, just take some damage. Okay, we're killing him. No, no, for the love of everything, I am just so bad at this game. Please knock him away from me. Yeah. I didn't expect that to go any differently, but the challenge is there for those of you that like it. Either way, guys, it's been Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Very thin story, but a very solid excuse to allow what is happening to happen. Very solid fighting controls, very high skill ceiling, and if you're a fan of fighting games, and as a bonus, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball, you're going to love this. That really is all there is to it. There's nothing particularly mind-blowing, it is solid, and there's nothing particularly negative, and I'm having a load of fun. So, there you go, guys. My name's been RageGamingVideos, but like you've enjoyed this, it really does help, and I do appreciate it, and subscribe for more. Goodbye.